Alright, boys and girls, as you can see, first off, let me hold up. Welcome back to the channel. We are actually here today with the Subaru SVX. It's been a long time coming. I've been talking about this car a lot over the last few months, year, about the car coming back. It's finally back, and I'm finally actually able to get into it. It was down because of a blown trans. If you haven't watched videos on that, that is this car's common issue, blowing up transmissions. They only made them from 92 to 97, only in automatic, but besides that, they had transmission issues. They constantly blew up transmissions. So if you find them on Marketplace and they have a blown trans, don't worry, it's super common. It sounds like it's a big deal. I mean, it is in terms of buying a car, but any 90s Subaru transmission will fit into it, so take it with a grain of salt, if you will. This one currently has a Forester trans in it, a 98 Forester, so I have the 444 gearing. It's still auto. I didn't expect it to be down as long as it was gonna be, because like I said, I originally had planned to buy the car, drive it for about 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years, and then manual swap it with a Hawkeye 0607 STI 6-speed. But obviously, if I'm just getting it back now, it's you know, I'm gonna ride it back out the other way around. So with that being said, I'm gonna get into the video of today. Enough of this talking. I'll leave that for another video. I am taking off, as you can tell, the top pitch mount or torque strut mount, whatever you want to call it. So obviously on these EG33s, yes, these are 6 cylinders. They're 3.3 boxer 6s. You're gonna have to get down in here. You have to take the air box off. Just 2 hose clamps, a few vacuum lines, all that stuff for basically just evap and everything. Disconnect it from the main air box over there, which is another hose clamp. Usually it's a Phillips flathead, 8mm, 10mm, whatever clamp is on it. Go ahead and take those off, pull the whole box off, and disconnect all the hoses. Try to remember where all the hoses are, because there's a lot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, plus there's one on the box itself that I disconnected. Now once you get in here, I went with upgraded mounts because OEM isn't really an option anymore, even though you can use a lot of the STI parts on these cars. If you didn't know, a lot of the Impreza STI parts fit on these cars. Because essentially, for what the car actually is, it's basically an EJ25 with 2 extra cylinders. It's pretty much all it is. But let's go ahead and get down into it. So to take off the old mount, you're gonna need 14. So a 14mm for the front bolt. Same thing with the back, 14mm on the nut. And back up against the firewall back there. Way back behind here, there's gonna be another nut. Or bolt, I should say. Not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's way back in here. That is gonna be a 14 as well. And that's just a bolt. The bracket itself has a welded on nut. So take that off, and then what you can do is you can pop the front out and then slide it forward, and then the whole thing will come out. It has an arrow on which way it should actually go. Let me find the arrow for you right there. So it'll be in there like this, and the arrow goes forward. So skinny part forward, big part towards the firewall. Now with mine, now that I went with this upgraded mount, I actually had to disconnect this for a little bit. Right here, this was a 10mm. Disconnect the 10mm, push it up a little bit. It sits on it, but it doesn't hit the line itself. It's just on the foam. And then obviously once you put the nuts on, I wouldn't snug them down. Put the bracket on first, and then snug those down, and then tighten this down. As you can see, it fits in good. The stock air box will fit as well, because it's pretty much the same setup as the other one. And yeah, it looks nice. It will give a little bit more vibration, so if you're looking for like an OEM feel, it's probably not the route to go, because I have all kind mounts. So kind torque slash top mount. Then I have the Kind motor mounts, and I have the Kind trans mount for the Phase 148Ts, which is basically any 90s Subaru trans for the most part. You can't really see it, it's way down there and it's tucked up underneath, so you won't be able to see that. The motor mounts, same way. The car's too low. I'm on Gecko coilovers, so the car's too low. I do have to jack it up though and adjust the springs on them because it sits a little too low for my liking, where you have to basically jack the car, you have to run the car over wooden blocks to jack it up, and I don't like that too much. The Genesis is like that, and that's kind of a pain. The truck's been spoiling me because the truck is actually super simple to just jack up. I mean, you literally just jack it up. Or me, I'm small enough I can actually crawl underneath of it. If you do want to get the mounts, Sergio's the guy. I will link Kind Fab in the description below. I think for the top, both motor, trans mount, and that, I think it came out to like 120, 110. Don't quote me on that though. But yeah, I'll link all that stuff in the description below. And then I'm gonna do a separate video since I got this back, since I haven't really been doing videos on any of this yet. I did rebuild the power steering pump, so I will go try to give you a rundown on that. I made a video, but I kind of messed up on the idler pulley because I replaced it. I ripped the pump apart, redid all the seals, all that stuff. But in the video I actually mentioned about how it was reverse thread. It's not reverse thread. I was thinking of a different car. But I'll probably still upload the video anyways, that way it's just up there, that way, you know, kind of get the channel moving a little bit along with the Subaru. I'll just drop in the comments saying it's not reverse thread, or maybe in the title I'll put not reverse thread idler pulley. But yeah, overall super simple setup on these pitch mounts. It should be pretty much the same for all the Subarus. So yeah, if you are looking to upgrade your top mount here for something different, I'll probably keep this one just in case, even though the bushings are a little cracked up top. The back looks alright to an extent. I mean, there's not much that really goes on with that since the motor mounts and trans mount are there. But yeah, so this is gonna be it for this video, guys. If you have any questions on it, leave me questions in the comments, and if you're not already, follow the channel. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned because I have tons more videos for the SVX. Alright, peace. Thanks for watching, guys.